Hey guys, so the question is it really busy when DoorDash shows that it's busy when you see nothing but red? So I'm looking at DoorDash's screen. It's showing my city's red. It's showing all the surrounding cities are red, indicating that it's busy. So I'm like, okay, let me test this out. I'm going to turn on DoorDash and see if I get an order right away since it's busy, right? Well, nothing. 15 minutes had passed by, not a sound from DoorDash at all. And by the way, my husband's driving tonight. So I was like, okay, let's drive and, you know, take a spin. Let's go run a quick errand. I'm going to keep DoorDash on. Still nothing. So after 15 minutes, I turned on Ubereats, Spark, and Grubhub. Just silence, complete silence. 15 minutes later, it's been a half hour at this point. Uber Eats comes in and the orders that I started getting weren't any good. I got an offer for $7.09 for 2 pickups for 6.4 miles. You guys already know that's a decline. Shortly after, a little bit of time's passed, I get another order, $3.06 for 2.6 miles. Now, granted, the rest of the apps are quiet still. Another one from Uber Eats, $6.06 for 5.9 miles. Another decline for me. Spark finally comes in. They finally chime in, but the order that I get is in another city for Tigard. $8, 4.1 miles, but it is 2 drop-offs, which would break down to $4 a piece. And it's in another city like 20-30 minutes from me, so not even worth even thinking about. And then finally Uber Eats comes in. Still nothing from DoorDash. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Do you guys see that, you know, your app showing that it's super busy? You go on and you're not getting any orders. Yeah, it took me 30 minutes to finally get a reasonable offer, probably like 35 minutes, because at this point I'm like declining offers. Finally got an offer, $8.21 for 2.2 miles. So we are here at Burger King. I'm gonna go in there and get this order, but guys, let me know. You know, I'm not surprised because I know in the past, like with Uber Eats, it said it's very busy. Go on to Uber Eats and nothing, just silence. So it happens. Just because that it shows it's busy does not necessarily mean it's busy. Now, granted, acceptance rate may play somewhat of a part in that, but yeah, it took me 30 minutes tonight to get an offer. Happy to have this one. We're going in there to get this Burger King. Picking up for Clint. Awesome, thank you. So I got the order, I go in there, and I must be the only delivery order. He must have known that it was me because I'm walking through the door. He has his back turned to me, grabs the order and sets it down. I'm like, okay, he knew it was me, so we are good. Order was ready. It must have just came out because the bag is like super hot still. Got the drink. There was a drink. Always got to make sure you get the customer's drink. Customer's 4 minutes, 1.7 miles. Now they are in an apartment. They left some like detailed turn-by-turn notes, which is always greatly appreciated, especially if it's complicated. Hopefully the GPS will take me right there. Usually it's pretty good, but sometimes it's good to have extra instructions. We're on our way. Orders all dropped off, so the GPS actually took us right to the customer's building, and I've actually delivered to this customer before, and so has my husband. I remember them because they have like this doormat that's in pieces. It's like disintegrated. It's still there, and it's been a while since I've delivered to them. Very funny, but smooth drop off. We're gonna get out of this apartment complex, see what else we can get lined up. Hopefully I can get something from DoorDash. We shall see. All right, guys, got out of the neighborhood. Uber Eats brought me in an offer, $10.06. Sounds nice, but not for 2 pickups for 9 miles. That was a decline. Then they decided to come back with a reasonable offer, $8.01. There is a $1 boost included for 4.4 miles. So we are heading to Don Julito's. We're actually pulling in right now. But right after that, DoorDash finally decided to show up. I haven't heard from them all night long yet. And of course, I'm going to check out the offer. You got to, you know, kill the curiosity. $8.50, but the mileage was for 7.7 miles. So that was a decline, obviously sticking with the Uber Eats order for the $8.01 for 4.4 miles. So we just pulled in. I'm going to head in there and check on the order. Hi, I have a pickup for Alexander O. Sí. ¿Lo quiere caliente, tibio o frío? All right, got my order. It was ready. I go in there and I thought the lady, she's on the intercom. I thought she was talking to me, but I guess she's multitasking. Showed her the name. I spotted my order. There are orders sitting there, but my guess is a lot of those orders are probably not good paying orders, probably low paying, backwards offers, just sitting there. But I got my order. Let's go get this dropped off. 10 minutes, 3.9 miles. They are in a house and they told me to leave it on a table. So we are on our way. It almost sounds like somebody that I've dropped off to before. We're gonna find out. We're heading there now. All right, guys, the order finally got dropped off. We pull up to where the house is supposed to be, where your pinpoint is. And you know, like on the map, you can tell like how many houses over typically a house is. This one was kind of towards the end of the block, so you can kind of count to where the house was. However, we could not find the address. Me and my husband are looking, you know, you look at the usual places above the garage, to the side of the front door. Sometimes there's a mailbox that can confirm it, or sometimes it's painted like on the sidewalk in front of the house. You turn off the heat, it's getting hot in here. Couldn't find it. Finally, my husband's the one who spotted the address out, and it's kind of in a funky spot. Looks like they newly painted their house, so they might have put their address in a different spot. Anyways, it's like on this pillar that kind of goes up like this. Not a spot you would usually look, a spot that you would overlook. So thankfully my husband just confirmed. You want to confirm you're at the right place because you just never know. Sometimes the pinpoint can be off. And then they said leave it on a blue table. Well, there's something, you know, from where we're at in the car, you can't really tell that it's a table. Once I got closer, then I'm like, okay, I would call it more of a plant stand. It did match the color. Confirm the address. We're all good. Order is dropped off. So the bottom line is, you know, when DoorDash or Uber Eats says it's busy, it is not necessarily busy. It took about 30 minutes from when I went online to finally start getting some orders. And again, DoorDash didn't come in for a bit. Eventually they gave me an order, but it was no good. However, my acceptance rate may play a part in it. You just never know. Of course, people with a higher acceptance rate are going to get higher priority, but I'm lucky to get some orders to get the wheels to moving. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys right here. Always so much appreciate you guys riding along with me as always. And of course, if you did enjoy the ride along, do give the video a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.